Studio-grade recording and editing functions are definitely the biggest selling point of Pro Tools in my opinion. The workflow and editing tools in Pro Tools have been around for a long time, so there's been plenty of effort to fully refine these. And not to mention that Pro Tools editing functions have been mimicked by countless other modern DAWs. It's very quick and easy to create new tracks and assign their inputs sequentially, set up recording groups for record enable and input monitoring functions, and set up headphone cues with your hardware. Pro Tools is also very versatile for customizing your I/O devices. You can set up the number and format of each input and output, and even customize the name of each. Recording and saving multiple takes in Pro Tools is top-notch, and its playlists functionality makes it super easy to record and store multiple takes, one after another, without any wasted time in between takes. Simply record a take, then press Ctrl/ to move the take down to a new playlist. After recording, you can set the track header to Playlist View to view all of your takes, and easily comp together the best parts of each take. Being able to comp together your different takes that are stored on different playlists is incredibly helpful for creating the best vocal take or instrumental take possible. In this example, I have the best take on top and 4 additional takes below.
This shattered soul, a glimpse inside the void I know.
His voice kind of gave out on the front end of this phrase. Let's see if this playlist sounds a bit better there.
A glimpse inside the void I know.
Yeah, much better, much stronger performance. So I can just drag over that phrase. I'll press Shift Option up. It bumps it up into the main playlist, and then I can move on.
Driven into the dirt by the nightmares holding me down. The veil is gone.
Oh, so it's a little flat there. Let's try out this next playlist again.
The veil is gone.
And then the next one down.
The veil is gone.
A little flat there. The next one down.
The veil is gone.
I like that one the most, so I'll move it up into the main playlist. And I've built out the first part of this phrase here with 4 different takes.
This shattered soul, a glimpse inside the void I know. Driven into the dirt by the nightmares holding me down. The veil is gone.
One thing that Pro Tools doesn't do that some other DAWs do is it doesn't automatically crossfade the edit points in between each of your comped takes. So that's something you have to sort of go through and do manually. However, there are quicker ways to do this. You can drag over all of them, press Command F, and create batch crossfades where you can adjust the length of the crossfade as well as the shape of the crossfade. So you can just add them all at once rather than having to add them in manually. Comping is easy to do with multi-channel recordings as well. Just make sure that all of your tracks are in an edit group, and now you can edit all of the channels in your live drum recordings, for example, at the same time. Everything stays perfectly in alignment. Punch recording in Pro Tools is about as seamless as it gets. Let's say that you've tracked a vocal, but you want to re-record just one short phrase. Simply press play wherever you want to start monitoring, then press record, and then the recording will punch in seamlessly. Then just press record again to punch out. So here I have an example where you can see the singer sort of messed up this phrase here, and then I didn't really like how he sang this phrase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the playback over here to give him some prep for his recording, and then when he comes in, I'm going to start the recording right here. I'll press 3, I'll record all the way through this phrase, press 3 again to punch out. Then when we get over here, I'll press 3 again to punch in, and then here, I'll punch out again. So let's give this a shot.
I'm breaking down, the weakening, the sickening, drifting further from the life I had hoped for, withered by the strain of a living day by day, crushed by the weight of fear, a chosen fate.
And now I've got my 2 punched in clips right here and a complete composite take. Editing audio in Pro Tools is really slick as well. The main thing to remember is to work in keyboard focus mode. This shortens a lot of the key commands down to single keystrokes. For example, with keyboard focus on, T and R will zoom in and zoom out. You can also create quick fades and crossfades with just F rather than Command F. Instead of Command C to copy, Command X to cut, and Command V to paste, it's just C to copy, X to cut, and V to paste. Toggling through the edit tools is super easy by just pressing the Escape key, and your main 3 edit tools, the Trim tool, the Selector tool, and the Grabber tool, can be grouped together as a Smart tool, which contains about 90% of the editing functions you'll ever use. Trimming, fading, making selections, adjusting clip gain, moving audio clips, and even scrubbing through audio, all in a single tool. This makes audio editing incredibly efficient in Pro Tools. Toggling through Pro Tools for edit modes is also easy by pressing the tilde key, or by using F1 through F4 to select these. I find myself jumping between slip and grid mode quite often for editing, and having the key commands F2 and F4 are really convenient. Now, I've just shown barely the tip of the iceberg in terms of Pro Tools editing functions. In the next video, I'll talk about a few of Pro Tools' advanced editing options that I really love.